I hope everyone's doing well. So I was watching those YouTuber called Shazoob, uh, and his video called "Just Be a Kid." He talks about how he quit his corporate job to follow his dream of becoming a content creator, and he offers advice to the question how to find what you want to do with your life. His thoughtful but simplistic answer is to go all the way back to your earliest memories and try to remember what you wanted at that point in your life. He says that this is our purest form before society places all these rules on us. He basically says to just be a kid. While this is popular advice, I believe it is important to question everything and not accept things as they are. When I was thinking about this advice, my mind always brings up Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's the prototypical example of someone who knew what he wanted to be from an early age and successfully pursued it. While this may work for some, like Arnold, I don't exactly agree with this approach. When we are a kid, we are naive about rules and limits, but we're also naive about the whole world in general. If you look at the most successful people, they are usually prodigious individuals who, at an early age, already knew a lot about the world. For the rest of us, and especially those with non traditional upbringing, like those born with mental illnesses, childhood is like a scatter jigsaw pieces with some pieces missing. Looking back at our childhood doesn't offer any clues to a promising path. How then can we find that what to do? Well, instead of looking back to childhood, a better approach is to explore, experiment, and learn. Look at what works and what doesn't. I don't think there's one path that we are destined to follow. The video mentions childhood as being our purest form. While I don't agree with that childhood represents our purest form, I agree that we do have a pure form which, with exploration, we can uncover. This pure form is the form which most aligns to our natural gifts. There's been a lot of research around this topic, and it's also known as the theory of multiple intelligences. The theory states that there are different categories of intelligence, not just one intelligence. For example, someone that musicians um, have the ability to are really good with music, and which I learned from by my well, I learned that I had no gift in music whatsoever, and I knew that from exploring and trying to learn how to play the guitar when I was younger. And even today, I'm so awful with music lyrics, and it's I have no I'm completely tone deaf. And but I do have I have found uh what intelligence I have. What, well, I have figured out what intelligence I have. Some are lucky enough to stumble upon their natural intelligence. I believe that's why just being a kid works for some. Others like me need a different approach. Others like me need a different approach. By analyzing, by exploring the world and failing at many things, have I recently been able to know with a high degree of certainty my natural intelligence. If I go back to childhood, there's been times where I might have been able to realize that I had a penchant for uh, intrapersonal intelligence, but it wasn't enough for me to know for certain. It took many years of trying different things and failing at a lot of things to finally realize this. Uh, no, to finally realize my inclination for. Uh, it took. Damn. Yeah, it took many years of. Uh, it was only after living for many years and exploring many things as an adult have I been able to realize the my talent for self, more or less at least my yeah my inclination for self-reflection. I'm not alone in this approach. There are many books that have shaped my influence on this topic, and two are they are, and one book is "Be So Good They Can't Ignore You" by Cal Newport, and the other is "How to Fail at Everything and Still Succeed" by Scott Adams. I recently started this book, and I'm not even finished yet, and they both offer controversial views that debunk the myth of a predestined career path. Ultimately, we are always in a state of flux. You're not the same person as you were yesterday. You will constantly develop new interests. And I don't know what I might be doing a year from now. But I do know I'll be open to exploring new paths and finding what will work for me. And yeah, so that's my take on on the question of what how do I find what to do. Yeah. If you guys have any uh yeah, I'd like to know what you guys think. Leave some comments below. And yeah, and so subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you. Have a nice day.